So help me God.
The extent of corruption is coming into full view,
Thank you.
with allegation after allegation revealed at commissions around the country.
A lot of the times the directors would come in and ask Gavin for money because they need to sort this person out or that person out, or they need to literally pay bribes.
Once you start manipulating the outcome of cases to please politicians, that ends up being a disaster for the NPA, as we have seen over the last few years.
But one practice remains mostly concealed from the public's eyes: the money illegally flowing out of South Africa.
The greater the amount of these financial outflows that are illicit, the more we need to receive foreign investment, either through direct investment or capital inflows, buying up South African bonds, in order to prevent the rand from depreciating further.
Illicit financial flows occur when capital disappears from records in the country in which it's made. That means those funds will not contribute to the nation's tax or GDP. Former President Thabo Mbeki has been tasked by the African Union to clamp down on the practice that's costing the continent an estimated $70 billion a year.
We're able to deal with matters of taxation, customs and excise, financial intelligence, whatever is required to deal with this.
Nobody knows for sure exactly how much money leaves South Africa's shores illegally every year. But the practice is getting more complex. And analysts are even suggesting that legitimate businesses are being drawn into schemes to make it seem all above board.
Present a structure that looks very legitimate to the layman, which is why you want to have the best professionals putting that structure in place, present that as a legitimate structure, and then conduct the activities beyond just the veneer of the legitimacy.
9 illicit financial flow cases currently stand before the South African Revenue Service, with officials hoping to recoup almost 10 billion rand. But it's argued that criminals are moving faster than authorities.
Perhaps if we had a more proactive regulatory regime, then these are the things that you'd be able to defeat. But the reality out here is that the people that are trying to stay ahead of the game, trying to stay ahead of the curve, they hire the best brains out there, and then they say, structure the products for us that will then evade the current regulatory regime. And then later on, when the regulators then get an understanding of what is going on, only then do they write the rules.
Economists are warning against being too tight-fisted, though. Studies suggest that economic activity and consequently GDP growth can be stifled by a complete crackdown.
There is a danger in going too hard in trying to clamp down on these illicit outflows. To that extent, it can be a double-edged sword, but I don't think the edges are equally sharp on either side. I think far more can be done to stem the flow than has been done right.
So as President Cyril Ramaphosa prepares to deliver his second State of the Nation address, there's another pressing matter on his to-do list. Nicholas Bauer, Johannesburg.